All right, let's just get right into it, because we've all been there, right? It's that one Sunday morning in spring where you wake up feeling, well, robbed. It's the annual collective groan that sweeps the nation when the clocks jump forward. So today we're going to unpack exactly why losing just 1 hour feels like a personal attack from the universe.
And wow, that just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? This isn't really about the numbers on a clock. It's a feeling that goes way deeper, a sense that something fundamental, something that belongs to you, has been taken away. You just feel completely and totally out of sync.
So what is it about this one little hour that throws us for such a loop? You always hear people say, come on, it's just an hour. But our bodies, they're basically screaming that it is so much more than that. So let's dig into what's really going on here.
And this is absolutely the key. That tired, groggy feeling is just the tip of the iceberg. What's happening underneath is that our biology is being forced into a conflict, a full-on battle between the time on your phone and the ancient primal clock that's ticking away inside of you.
Now, to really get that conflict, we have to meet the one in charge, the tiny yet incredibly powerful timekeeper that's buried deep inside your brain, conducting your entire life. So who or what is this internal conductor?
Everybody, say hello to the suprachiasmatic nucleus. Let's just call it the SCN. I mean, look, this little cluster of neurons is the biological heart of your internal timing. It's the boss of your sleep-wake cycle, your hormones, your body temperature, you name it. And its number one cue is light.
You know, a really good way to think about it is like this. Your body is this huge, complex orchestra. The SCN is the conductor, making sure every single part is playing in perfect time, in perfect harmony. And daylight saving time? It's like someone bursting onto the stage, grabbing the conductor and screaming, "Speed it up," in the middle of a delicate symphony. The result is just chaos.
And this right here, this lays out the central problem perfectly. Your internal clock, the one run by the SCN and fine-tuned over millennia of evolution, it thrives on consistency. It adjusts slowly, gracefully, with the seasons. But the social clock, it just yanks an hour away, overnight, with zero warning. These two systems are just not designed to get along.
This quote really captures that feeling, doesn't it? Because you can try. You can try to force yourself to go to bed an hour earlier. But your SCN, it hasn't gotten the memo. Your body simply isn't ready for sleep yet. And then when that alarm goes off, it feels like it's screaming at you in the dead of night, because biologically speaking, it is.
And this is where it gets serious. This isn't just about feeling crummy or needing an extra cup of coffee. This misalignment, this biological chaos, has real, measurable, and pretty scary consequences. We are literally creating a danger zone with a cost that's much, much higher than most of us realize.
So that's the bottom line, isn't it? Yeah, it feels bad, we all agree on that. But is it actually dangerous? The data is in, and the answer is a clear, resounding yes.
24%. Just let that number hang there for a second. That is the spike in heart attacks that researchers have observed on the Monday right after we spring forward. A 24% increase tied directly to this 1 hour shift. What happens is, this sudden sleep loss and circadian mess-up acts like a huge stressor on the body. It kicks our fight or flight system into overdrive, which can crank up our blood pressure and inflammation. For anyone who's already at risk, this can be the very thing that pushes them over the edge.
And it doesn't just stop with heart attacks. Oh no. Study after study shows a clear bump in traffic accidents because of sleepy drivers. There's a rise in workplace injuries because people aren't as alert. And there's even a temporary increase in the risk of strokes. This is not an inconvenience, it's a legitimate public health problem.
Okay, so given all these very clear dangers, why in the world do we keep doing this to ourselves? Well, to answer that, we've got to take a quick look back at the, frankly, bizarre history of our fight with the clock. So get this. The whole idea was first proposed by an insect collector, an entomologist in New Zealand who just wanted some extra daylight in the evening to go find bugs. Seriously. But what really made it stick was Germany adopting it during World War I to try and save coal. So the original reasons? Bug collecting and wartime fuel. It has almost nothing to do with our lives today, but here we are. This quote just frames the whole situation perfectly. We are actively choosing to impose biological chaos on ourselves for benefits that modern science says are tiny, if they even exist at all. It's like we've decided that a flawed 100-year-old idea is more important than our own natural biological rhythm. It's wild.
Okay, so the system might be kind of broken,
But that doesn't mean we're helpless. We can absolutely take steps to lessen the blow and fight back against this crazy forced time shift. And it all starts with understanding one really important idea.
That feeling of being constantly out of step with the world, it has a name: social jet lag. It's that gap between when your body is screaming for sleep and when your job says you have to be awake. And daylight saving time, it's like giving the entire country a massive dose of social jet lag, all at once.
And look, this is not a small thing. Chronic social jet lag doesn't just make you a little sleepy. Research is now linking it to some really serious long-term health issues. When our sleep, our metabolism, our hormones are constantly out of whack, it takes a heavy toll.
So, what can you actually do? Here is your survival toolkit. First, and this is the most important one, don't wait for Sunday. Start easing into it. Go to bed just 15 minutes earlier on Thursday, then Friday, then Saturday. Second, the moment you get up on Sunday and Monday, flood your system with bright, natural light. It's the most powerful signal you can send to that master clock in your brain. Third, now's the time to get serious about good sleep habits. Make your room cool, dark, and quiet. And finally, be smart about caffeine. Yeah, use it to help you in the morning, but cut it off in the afternoon so it doesn't mess with your sleep later.
And that really brings us to the big final question here. The science is getting clearer every single year. Our bodies were just not built for this. We have this deep, ancient biological rhythm that craves consistency, and we have a social clock that loves to impose chaos. So in this ongoing battle between our biology and the clock on the wall, isn't it about time we started listening to our bodies?